Let's see the application of SmartCare tile adhesives. Tile can be applied using SmartCare tile adhesive to various substrates, such as on cement render, concrete, tile on tile, gypsum board, cement board and many other newly engineered substrates. But in this video, we will focus on tile on rendered wall, tile on concrete and tile on tile. Surface preparation. It is important to ensure that proper surface preparation is done to get best results. Here are some general points to be taken care of while applying tiles using the SmartCare tile adhesive range. Before application, ensure that the surface to be tiled is clean, free of dirt, grease or oil. Ensure that the tile to be applied is also clean and dust-free. The surface must be dampened before spreading the adhesive. Ceramic tiles should be soaked in water prior to application. Tools and materials required for tile adhesives application. Tools: different size of notch trowel, bucket, rubber hammer, straight edge spirit level, cleaning cloth or sponge, gloves and goggles, mixing paddle, measuring tape, spacer, material, SmartCare tile adhesive. Surface preparation for tile on wall. Examine the general state of the wall to check for cracks, holes and imperfections. Check the surface by running straight edge spirit level over the surface. If the wall is in poor state, it is advised to apply a fresh coat of fresh plaster to smoothen the surface. If the old plaster on the wall is loose and crumbling, then it is advised to hack the surface and replaster the wall. Surface preparation for tile on concrete. Examine the general state of surface by running straight edge spirit level over the surface. If the concrete floor is loose and crumbling, you will have to hack it off and reinstate the floor into a good leveled condition. If the concrete floor is new, make sure that it is cured out completely for a minimum of 14 days. Clean the floor with vacuum and water before the adhesive application. Surface preparation for tile on tile. The existing tiled surface must be clean and dry. Wash down the old tile surface with soapy water and allow it to dry prior to the application of tile on tile adhesive. Loose tiles must be removed and the remaining voids must be filled with mortar in the level with the existing tile surface. Tile adhesive mixing. It is always recommended to mix 1 full bag of tile adhesive in the water ratio mentioned on TDS or pack. Always add powder to water and not the other way round. Begin mixing using a slow-speed drill fitted with a paddle mixer. It is recommended to use mechanical mixing over hand, especially for larger quantities, to ensure consistent mixing. Mix for 4 to 5 minutes to achieve uniform consistency. Once the mixing is complete, keep the mixture standing for around 2 minutes and re-agitate for 1 more minute before application. Use this mixed adhesive within 60 minutes of mixing. Types of adhesives and usage. The SmartCare tile adhesives range come in several variants to meet the EN 12004 standard, which can be based on type of tile, substrate and application. Tile adhesive GP to be used for normal interior wall and floor application. Tile adhesive WR for wet area application, kitchen, shower, bathroom, etc. Interior and exterior wall and floor. Tile adhesive tile on tile for tile on tile application on walls and floor for interior and exterior surface. Tile adhesive heavy duty for large format and stone tiles on wall and floor for interior and exterior application. Tile adhesive for glass tile. Tile adhesive for glass tile application on walls for interior and exterior application. And many more other variants. Tile adhesive application. Now that our surface is ready and our mixture is prepared, let's begin the application. Application on floor. For application of tiles on floor, select an appropriate notched trowel based on the required thickness of the adhesive. Take adequate amount of mixture on the straight edge of the trowel. Spread the mixture on the substrate evenly in an area based on your tile size. As a guiding principle, you should not spread the mixture in an area more than 1 meter. Once the mixture is applied, you need to move the notched end of the trowel at a 45-degree angle. Ensure that the ribs are all in one direction. Perform this procedure until required area of tiling is covered and the adhesive bed is even. Take into consideration the open time of the product while laying the tile onto the adhesive. Depending on the size and depth of the ribs on the back of the tile, back buttering and laying of the tiles on the laid adhesive bed is done in a twisting motion and tapping on the tile as you go along. Periodically, check the back of the tile to ensure 95% coverage. Use appropriate size spacers to create constant gaps between tiles. Regularly check the level of the layered tiles using straight edge spirit level. Repeat this process for the next area. Immediately remove the excess adhesive from the joints and tile surface of the tiled area. Once the entire tiling is completed, wait for 24 hours and then commence grouting. Application on tile. For tile-on-tile application, follow the same procedure as shown in the floor application video. Note, for tile-on-tile application, no breakage or hacking of the tile is required. If there are any loose or hollow tiles, they should be removed and the area should be treated prior to commencing the application. Application on wall. Draw reference lines on the wall using a chalk line based on requirement of tile alignment. Now start spreading the tile adhesive using straight side of the trowel over a small section of the wall towards one side of the vertical center line of the chalk line. Hold the trowel at a 45-degree angle and spread the adhesive, covering an area roughly 1 by 1 meter at a time. Make the adhesive surface as even as possible with straight ribs using the appropriate sized notched trowel. Now using the notched side of the trowel, make ribs in the adhesive. All the ribs should be made in the same direction. Depending on the size and the depth and the pattern of the ribs on the back of the tile, back butter and lay the tiles on the prepared substrate with a twisting motion, tapping on the tile as you go along. Periodically, check the back of the tile to ensure 95% coverage. Place tile spacers to ensure even joints in the tiles. Use a straight edge spirit level to check that the tiled area is leveled. Continue the process based on the requirement. Incorporate borders as per design. Once completed, wipe off the excess adhesive using a damp sponge. Allow the adhesive to dry for a minimum of 24 hours. Apply grout to complete application. Here are some do's and don'ts that need to be remembered during tiling application. Do's. Always mix powder to the water and not the other way round. Always refer to TDS for powder to water mixing ratio, open time and pot life of the product. Hot or porous substrate shall be wetted before laying the adhesive for tiling. Any adjustment of the tiles need to be done within the open time of the adhesive. Clean any excess adhesive from worked surface and between joints before it is fully hardened. For freshly laid concrete substrate, allow the substrate to fully cure for a minimum of 14 days before laying the tile. To avoid wastage, only mix the quantity which can be used within the pot life. Pot life of the adhesive will be directly influenced by ambient temperature and prevailing weather conditions. Periodically, check the back of the tile to ensure 95% coverage and avoid hollowness in the back of the tile. Don'ts. Do not apply tile on skinned adhesive. Tile must be fixed prior to the adhesive starts skinning. If skin has formed, rework the ribs by adding fresh adhesive to the prepared area. If the existing ribs start crumbling while applying the fresh adhesive, the whole area should be removed and reworked again. Do not use adhesive in temperatures below 5 degrees. and best not to apply in temperatures over 40 degrees. When using in hot temperatures, ensure the surface to be tiled has been dampened and cooled. Recommended: temporary shade cover to be erected to shield the area to be tiled from direct sunlight. Do not apply adhesive on standing water, wet and rainy condition, or to extreme hot or dry substrate. Do not add water to adhesive which has surpassed the open time of the product.